talk about alternative crops, and talk about replacing tobacco, but we got 3 more years to replace about $13 to $15 million a year in Owen County from our tobacco buyout settlement money. 1998, our county revenue was approximately $16 to $17 million for brother tobacco. So, you know, it's pretty far-fetched if you want to replace some kind of numbers with something. But we do got to try hard to get some. I don't know what kind of crops would, you know, come up with some decent numbers for farmers. But you know, our extension, we got to be behind them and everything else. But I think our big thing is after the next 3 years, our tobacco settlement money will be gone.
I think we're kind of beating a dead horse here because I think we all agree on that. But once again, I think that is how vital a cooperative extension is. And I know just a week or so ago, David Chappell spoke to the Rotary Club and spoke about what the tobacco settlement money has done to bring about diversification in Owen County. I think that we can't all grow tomatoes, we can't all grow grapes. I think diversification in the field of agriculture is going to be major, and I think that there again, extension in the University of Kentucky can be a great aid to us there. I do agree with the industry being located in other parts of the county as well. I think that's a point well taken.
Thank you. The next question is a judge executive candidate's question. Will you support and work toward the opening of locks 1 through 4 on the Kentucky River?
Of course, that'd be a good thing. Of course, I don't know where it's going to help us money-wise in Owen County. Of course, a lot of people like to cruise up and down the river. The only place you're going to buy any gas is probably in Franklin. But you know, you don't have the barges running up and down the river anymore. I remember when the barges used to go to Franklin all the time and haul the sand up and down the river. And now you got the trucks on the road. I'd rather see the barges run, take the sand up and down the river with these trucks out on the road. But you know, it's going to take grant money to open it up. But you know, the county don't have the money, the state don't have the money. So where's the money going to come from? You want to try to get the federal government to fund it to open them back up. And my information, they're pretty well deleted. They're going to have a lot of work done to them.
I've had the opportunity to attend 2 or 3 meetings with Mr. Reeder, who is the head of the Kentucky River Authority. I think these locks are going to be opened up. I think it's going to be a reality, and I see it as a real plus for Owen County. In fact, of all the counties, we appear to benefit as far as having more river area. And I think there could be a strong possibility for development in the Grants area, especially because we do have provisions now for a new boat dock at Grants. Plus, I can foresee Monterey benefiting from it. It is going to be a go, I truly believe, because the mayor of Frankfort, a lot of state officials have met with us. Reeder has already spoken with the Corps of Engineers and has got assurance that they were going to aid them in working on this project. I think this could be a wonderful thing in the future for Owen County.
The next questions, I have 3 questions that are addressed to individuals. The first one is to David Williams. Would you further explain the 6 Sigma black belt concept? Some may think that you're a karate expert, and some may think you're a total quality expert.
I'm glad somebody asked that because there's a lot of questions about that. No, I'm not a martial arts expert. A 6 Sigma black belt, basically with that training, that in the automotive industry, in GE, they're the ones that started it. Through their program, they train you to be process-oriented instead of basically process control instead of reactive. And through that, there's many aspects of it. Defects, lean manufacturing, a lot of statistics. They've taught me how to take polls. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different avenues for it, but basically in the industry, you're considered an improvement expert. We're the guys that they call into companies to help make them more profitable. And that's why I think that it really changed the way I think and the way I approach problems. They teach you to define a problem, measure a problem, analyze it, improve it, and control it. If you apply those to any part of your life, you'll be successful.
Thank you. The next question is for Doug West. What is JTVA? How will this county pay for the JTVA program?
Well, the county doesn't pay for it. It was a federal fund back when, during my term of office, that if you low-income children in school from 16 to 18, they got to work at the schools, in the courthouse, and the road department, and all the county government states during the summer months when they was out of school to help them earn money. And I don't know when it went out or what happened, but that was a federal funded grant that, you know, I'd like to see be brought back to this county. You know, that was a good program to help the kids out in the summertime.
The next question is for Carolyn Key. Explain where the money to pay a part-time grant writer / tourism coordinator would come from.
Well, a portion of that would come from the transit tax, the 3% tax that you pay when you stay in our hotels in the county. Hopefully, to implement this to begin with, I'm asking and hoping for the cooperation of the City of Owenston, where we could get someone to work jointly for both the City of Owenston as well as the county. There are also many times when grant writers write for grants, many of those grants have a provision where the grant writer will be paid if the grant is successfully obtained. That is also one way. But I have hoped, it's been my dream, that the City of Owenston and Owen County could go in together. But we would start by using our resources from the transit tax.
Thank you. Doug West, what is your understanding of the changes taking place in local government over the past 20 years, particularly with the budget and additional revenue demands and sharing entitlement?
Well, I think the budget process is the same way it was when I was in 12 years ago. Of course, you got a lot of guidelines you have to go by, but I've done my own budget for 12 years. I didn't have a budget committee. I wrote my own budget each year with presented fiscal court. And once it was completed, it was taken to Frankfurt for me personally and went over by the Department of Local Government. And what else was he talking about there too? That was the main question.
Changes in government, additional revenue demands, and sharing entitlement.
Well, you're going to try to get all the money you can into anywhere you can. Of course, if we don't have anything, like I said before, in this county, we're going to have to fund it ourselves because federal money stuff is getting short, and then we're going to have to do a lot of things ourselves. I'm out of time.
As a follow-up question, how do you see us generating funds for ourselves?
Well, generating funds, one thing is we keep going back to the 3% tax. Of course, we got a revenue coming in off of real estate. You know, that's what runs your county government, your real estate. Then you can take the compensating rate, which is no higher than 4%, and that's what you're going to have to operate on in your county government for your general fund.
Thank you. County Attorney. As it is now, when a complaint is filed, RE properties needing to be cleaned up, and it is cleaned up, what can be done when the offender lets the...
Get something to say it's probated, so it's fine as probated on the condition that this doesn't happen again. If it happens again and it's reported back, then that fine can be imposed as well as a new charge. But once again, someone has to report that either through a complaint through a private person or through law enforcement by signing a complaint, because you have to have a witness, because not everybody's just going to come in and go, I did it. There has to be a witness in the courtroom to say, this person did X, Y, or Z, presented to a judge or jury. You have to have someone come forward, whether it's a private citizen or a local law enforcement officer, come to the office to get that process started.